All right. So let me get into this other review. So the next review we got for the day is a movie that I only seen, and Nathan and Chill have not. It is the Disney film Wish. So Disney just recently had its big 100th year anniversary, and this is the film to kind of celebrate that in a way. And with this film Wish here, I was a little bit looking forward to it to see what they kind of would do. They have kind of some interesting things kind of going on here. You do have, they're going back to their bread and butter, Disney princesses and Disney villains. A lot of
Mm.
people have complained about Disney movies recently of like, we're tired of being the main villain being emotional trauma. So here is trying to go back to that bread and butter of the Disney princess and the Disney villain here. And the Disney villain here is this is Chris Pine. You have him. He's King Magnifico. He lives in this magical kingdom here of Rosa, the place where all these people, can give him their wish, and then maybe in the hope that someday they'll grant it. You have all these people traveling all across the land to come to this place in hopes that he'll grant their wish. They'll give it to him and grant it. And you have the character of Asha, who's played by Ariana DeBois, who people might know. She was in West Side Story. She was in that,
Incredible in it.
and I loved her in West Side Story. And
Yeah, I
I'm
think
glad.
she won best supporting actress for that movie.
Yes, she did. And she was. I loved her in it. I was really happy she won for it. Great voice too. Really great singing voice. So I thought she was fantastic in that movie. So she's a 17-year-old girl who is who has a big interview with King Magnifico, hopes to become his assistant. But then when she kind of goes and does the interview, she realizes like, oh wait, you're kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? Where he takes these people's wishes and he is like, well, some of these wishes will never ever be granted. It's just to keep them and hold on to them, and just the hopes that people can just have the hope that one day they'll get there and stay in this town, and kind of just worship him and praise him as this great ruler. Um, I would say, with this movie, a lot of things people know about Disney stuff is the songs. Like are those very memorable? And I remember watching like something like Encanto, and that was one of the newer Disney films, which I liked quite a bit, and I like the songs; those are very memorable there. Here, I don't think it's the same thing. I don't see myself going back and listening to any of these songs again. I think it is kind of very bland. It is kind of very basic in what they do here. Even the concept of like wishes and people can give their wishes. Like I don't know, maybe you could took some more time and put that concept there, expand upon that because that just seems like such a basic kind of concept. I do kind of like the idea of the villain though, of the fact that he's taking people's basically all their hopes, their dreams, giving it to him, basically ultimately to do nothing with it. I do kind of like that in the sense of kind of that commentary of what it says about there about rulers and leaders there who kind of play upon people's hopes there. And of course, you're gonna go back to the formula of like the cute Disney sidekicks, which you have here. If she has a little goat here who's voiced by Alan Tudyk, because Alan Tudyk apparently he just sleeps in the Disney studios, like they just keep him chained up there. I guess like he always does voices for all these animals there.
Alan Tudyk in a voice acting role? What a
Yeah,
stretch.
yeah, he's the goat, Valentino.
him and Keegan Michael Key.
Yeah, he keeps working there. I guess he's their new. What's that actor who's in Toy Story? Who's the voice of the pig?
John
Uh,
Ratzenberger.
yeah, isn't he the guy also that's always in all those other Disney movies? He has a voice in the
Yeah, he always
Pixar
has a
movie.
cameo.
But yeah,
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't this movie, and I'm gonna say this without sounding too cynical, isn't this an origin for the star that you wish upon with the "When You Wish Upon a Star" song?
oh, I didn't know that. I hadn't heard that. Yeah, they
That's
do
at
have.
least what I had heard.
Okay, I didn't hear that. Because there is a star in here. Let me see if I can have it. You see it in the trailer here. That she kind of has a star that kind of comes to life and comes to her, which I have to admit, is pretty adorable. I have to admit that the star that happened is really cute and is really adorable. Let me see if I can get a good shot of it here.
Are you speaking on the song? You talking about that old song? It's like
Yeah, when
From
you wish
yeah, from
upon a star,
Pinocchio.
and that. Yeah, I
oh,
mean
I
that's
was about to say something.
ultimately that's the Disney theme now.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was about to sing that old school shit. That's what they played on Baby Boy. Wishing on a star,
Yeah,
following.
it's that origin. Ving Rhames shows up in the post-credit scene. I tried to be nice to you.
So this is the star right here. I didn't know if like this is supposed to be the origin of the star that the boy wishes upon himself. I didn't know that. But maybe it is. But yeah, I do think it is cute. It is adorable. A lot of the stuff it does, the facial expressions it makes, a lot of the animation it does. It does kind of look similar to the. I guess that was also a star, like in the Mario movie that we just had. The one that was in the cage that we saw at the end of that movie kind of also reminded me a little bit of that. If people remember that movie and saw that. But yeah, it's a shame too, because I kind of really wanted more from this. I am a fan, like I said, of Ariana DeBois there. Her vocal performance here is really well done. I just wish that she had better songs to sing. I wish they were kind of better written. Her main kind of supporting cast of like friends here, they're really also bland. They're not interesting at all. There's really nothing memorable about them. I guess they just try to make up for the lack of personality they have for each of them to like, well, if we just get a bunch of them together, maybe that's gonna make up for actually one interesting person for her to interact with. Um, and, a lot some also the animation of it too as well. It's fine. I mean, I don't think it's particularly the most outstanding stuff they've done before. And some of the sequences that they have, it's kind of like, it's just okay. And that's just kind of the thing about the movie overall. It's just okay. Is it something that's like, and this is losing in the box office too. Napoleon actually beat it in the box office. And maybe that could be the fact that I don't know, maybe it's because this was I don't know how heavily marketed this was or people knew about
Mm.
this movie coming out. Maybe because of the actor strike that just recently ended. Maybe they didn't have time to really ramp up the marketing for it.
Did it
I
look
mean,
rough?
if I were to foster a guess, I think that parents aren't trying to take their kids to go see anything Disney because they know it'll be on Disney Plus in 45 days, or
Mm,
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, fucking the Marvels is also kind of suffering from the same thing, and it's like, oh yeah, I know Miss Marvel. She's a Disney Plus character, you know.
yeah, maybe that's the thing too. Maybe that's what it is. I know that the movie Elemental, which Nathan has affectionately dubbed Disney Jungle Fever, that
I
kept
still
going.
haven't seen it. I still have not seen it. I've just been trolling people, to be honest. I
Yeah,
will honestly tell people I've definitely been trolling about that. I'll give it a watch. I liked Luca. I liked it's called Onward.
yeah.
Soul was obviously pretty great.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe that's the thing. Maybe it'll be on Disney Plus. Maybe Wish will be an Elemental situation where Elemental just stayed in the box office and just kept making money and making money, which ultimately it came close to making like 500 million.
Mm.
So I don't know if how long they're gonna keep it in the box office. Maybe, with all these movies coming out, maybe they'll just kind of just stay in there, hang in there, Wish can, maybe not.
It should
Um
be on Disney Plus by Christmas.
Disney Plus by Christmas. Damn, you ain't giving it no shelf life. That's all
Well,
good.
it's either going to be the Marvels going to be on by Christmas or this.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, makes
Yeah.
sense.
So yeah, I mean that's just kind of really much to say about the movie. I wish there was more exciting things to say about it, or like, man, it's like I really want to, it's like something to really take your family or kids to. But there's other probably better stuff. Like, what's a family movie out right now that maybe other
Uh,
families
Napoleon. Just kidding.
take kids, hey,
Just,
The
skip
Marvels?
skip history and class and go to the Marvels. I don't think the Marvels is all that good either, really. Uh,
I'm trying to think of like, yeah, duh. Everybody's going to go see Trolls fucking World Tour, or whatever the fuck it's called.
band together, trolls band together.
Band together, yeah. I mean, that quietly like ate fucking. Honestly, it stole fucking Wish's lunch money.
Yeah.
So it sound like this movie is rushed and they just tried to pull we're Disney and we did another black character. Go come on, go see it.
Yeah, which I don't know if this princess is black. I don't think. I mean, I think given by the fact that it's Ariana DeBois voicing her, I think she is.
Oh, she ain't black. I'm sorry. Well, what is she? Latino?
Yeah, I think she's Latino.
Latinx?
I guess yeah. Given the fact that yeah, voiced by her, I guess because Ariana DeBois is yeah, she's Latina, so
Okay.
I
Is
think
there
it's more
is there a white counting this?
white count. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's quite a bit of white characters in here.
Any,
Actually,
any,
most.
okay, so it's interracial bonding.
She doesn't have a love interest in it. She doesn't have.
No, I think that was Elemental.
Okay, no white man. Okay, gotcha.
I mean, Chris Pine is in it. He's white. He's the white guy.
Yeah,
You know,
but it's Chris Pine.
honestly, if fucking Elemental had Sam Jackson as Gator, I would go see that shit day one.
First,
So, for me, I would just give Wish just a low stream it for me. Yeah, really, nothing really that exciting to really do
you
that.
giving it grace by giving it a streaming. I mean, because it's a streamable movie. You know,
Yeah, I mean, I
like
didn't
I would
hate it.
watch it.
I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't hate it or anything like that. I mean, like I skip it and burn it and waste the fucking film is more for things that I just go like, maybe you could
Well,
find.
what I'm gathering from your review is that it's something that just doesn't muster up too much enthusiasm one way or another.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of Lightyear.
Do I
Mm.
think this is better than Lightyear? Uh, I think Lightyear may have had some more interesting things going on, just in the sci-fi element there, maybe.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean that movie's kind of mid Interstellar.
yeah. I mean, that movie's also very mid too. That's kind of how I
Yeah,
felt about it. Yeah, it's
yeah.
kind of a
I
mid
don't
off.
even. I mean, we've bounced around this subject like all fucking year, but I hate saying the word mid. But goddamn, will Disney put out some fucking mid,
Yeah, yeah. So
especially this year? Shit,
yeah, what's like the best Disney movie this year? Oh, Guardians
Guardians of the
3?
Galaxy 3. It's
Yeah,
also the only profitable Disney movie so far this year,
yeah.
which
So I
is
don't.
like that's a fucking fall from grace.
Yeah.
They better beg James Cameron to fucking like just go off pretty soon with another Avatar.
Oh yeah, sure. They got Avatar. They own Fox now, so they got Avatar in the bank. So maybe
Yeah.
yeah. Avatar was okay.
yeah.
The Marvels was one of the best ones to me. You know, because of Tiana Paris.
Yeah.
I mean, she just don't have shit to do in that fucking movie, but say
It's all
like
right as long as I get to see her.
that's fair. That's fair, but like all of her lines were either like
Mm-hmm.
my mother is dead or like here's about the quantum bangle.
And how much do we get to see her in that suit?
A lot.
Decent amount, decent
Okay,
amount.
that's all I care about, Nate.
All
Um.
right, that's
That's
fair.
movie of the year.
Yeah. So, low streaming for me for Wish.